I waited for 1 minute. We saw this 1 minute really bearish candlestick. So I went short at around 192, all the way we got to 188. Bounce back, that was a really nice profit that I had. Bounce back, I added more. But, again, I got this performance anxiety because sometimes. All right, guys. Good morning, everybody. I'm gonna do the recap. Andrew from Croatia. I'm gonna be here for 2 more days, and then after that, I'm gonna go to Dubai. We're gonna have a meetup at Dubai, and actually, Ayman might join us. So Ayman might join us in Dubai. So I've never met Ayman in person, so that would be nice for those of you who are around. So Tesla was the trade of the day for me. I traded twice. It was very, very nicely done, long and short. So the short was the better one, and the long, it was a little bit of a trade that I shouldn't have. $2,700 for me for the day, and I'm really, really happy with that. So let's go through what we did today. So Tesla was gapping down about 2%. I think they reported some numbers like year over year production and delivery in China, and the market didn't like that and gapped down. Brian went open right at the open. He has a strategy that sometimes opens in the first 1 minute, but I usually wait for 1 minute to price action to settle down. So Brian went right around 194 short, so he made a really good move on that. But I waited for 1 minute. We saw this 1 minute really bearish candlestick, so I went short at around 192, all the way we got to 188. Bounce back, that was a really nice profit that I had. Bounce back, I added more, but again, I got this performance anxiety because sometimes when you're making a profit, you want to protect it. So I covered everything too early, and it did drop right exactly at 187, which is the daily level from that we had the 52-week low, down to the penny. It squeezed back to the VWAP, failed the VWAP, came down, tested the VWAP again, and came down. And then I saw that it's actually holding for a couple of minutes at 187. I decided to take a long on that at 187.50, 187 with the stop loss below this level. But I got again the performance anxiety and I just got out of it. That's why I made a little bit of money on that. But as you see, it's actually bouncing back. So what I notice here is that at around 187, we see a lot of bearish bids. But as soon as you can't break down, the bearish bids become bullish bids, bullish asks. So that means that really the price action is going to changing, and this is an area that the balance of the power between buyers and sellers are really getting into equilibrium. So that's why I just didn't like that. I didn't want to risk it. Eventually popped up. It might actually go to VWAP, but I just rather not to be in there. So that was the only thing that I had, and yeah, so that was a really good trade, $2,700, and I think that's good for 5 to 10 minutes of trading. I really do hope that you guys get into a point that you can travel and trade because it's really nice. Traveling a lot is a little bit tiring because having a stability is good, but I actually enjoyed for the last couple of years. Another news that we had was Lyft, which just got destroyed. The earnings. There's some business models like Airbnb and Lyft and Uber that make sense only in a zero interest rate environment. But when you're actually having, the high interest rates and the bear markets, these things collapse. I was reading an article about Lyft and Uber that they essentially came to revolutionize taxi industry, but now they become like a taxi. They had to put all of these things on the back and add to their cost, so they essentially become like Airbnb has essentially become a hotel. Or Netflix is going to run ads and stuff, so it becomes like a cable TV. So what was the point there? These fundamentally, some of these business models are flawed, even though on purpose the value proposition is interesting, but when it comes into the execution, you see that a lot of these conventional corporate business models actually there's a reason for that. But anyway, so Lyft doesn't have a good day, so it gapped down 20%, probably going to go even lower. That was the news, and I think the Truth Social Network, DWAC, Digital World, that doesn't look good. China, as usual, this is not a news anymore. That Chinese companies are gapping down every single day, and yeah, I just traded that. The market is slowly grinding up. It was gapping up, sold off, went red, and now it's slowly grinding up. Today's the election day. Depending on which party gets to control, there might some impacts on the policies. Uh, And the biggest number I think is in Thursday for inflation. So if the inflation is persistently high, we're going to have some collapse of the market again because the Federal Reserve is going to go interest rate up to they can go up to 10% if they need to. But if the inflation is going to slowly come down because of the supply chain progress, then market might rally again. But you really don't know. You have to see what the price action is going to be like that. So Brian, that was my trading. How was your trading day?
Yeah, no, it was good. You covered off my trades. I did the one short right at the open, caught a really nice 2-bar move down on the 2-minute chart, and then yeah, shorted it once more. That was didn't make a lot of money, but I shorted it again one point. But yeah, Tesla, you really don't, if got a good trade going, don't need to look anywhere else. So I did try to take a long on Lyft. Kind of looked like it was going to break out and then had to get stopped out. So took a loss on that one.
Did you take the reversal
So
on Tesla
yeah,
at 187? I got out of it, but it turned out to be nice.
yeah, yeah. No, I took a short again when it started looking like it was going to break down the second time. But I never did take a long on it.
No, it
Thought
turned out to
about
be
it,
a really
but
nice. Yeah, it turned out to be really, really nice double bottom or triple bottom reversal from 187. I just kind of bailed on that.
yeah,
All right, so it
Lyft looks
seems
like
like a
it's going to
very
go to
slow
11.
day. Qs and SPY market is gonna slowly grinding up. AMD's coming up. Somebody called AMD for the break of high of the day, and it's gonna go toward that. Again, guys, Dubai meetup. I think probably this weekend. Ayman might actually come down from Russia because he doesn't need visa and it's very easy for him to come. Uh, that would be really awesome. There's a forum post that's for those of you who are following. If not, just email me, andrew@bearbletraders.com. We're going to have some time together. And yeah, that's it. And today, guys, Thor's presentation on volume price analysis. So if you want to know how Thor is trading, like for example, this is an example of a trade that Thor did on a KSS in the pre-market. How did he short it at 30 and covered at 28? You want to come and watch his presentation. He's also doing the mentorship session, and his book is also going to be ready as well, guys, for publication pretty much like in a day or two because, you know, just ready. So making sure to read this book, and we always appreciate your comments, feedback, especially reviews on Amazon. Your honest reviews on Amazon helps a lot. So help Thor to push his book through Amazon. It's a self-published book. He spent a lot of money on editing and formatting and everything. So there's no publisher agreement or anything. So your reviews and your support really helps. So yeah, so today is the presentation. Hopefully to see many of you at 8 p.m. Eastern time. If you cannot do it because you have a weird time, the recording would be available. All right, thank you so much, guys. So again, I'm gonna be in Croatia for 2 more days, and then I'm gonna be for Dubai for a while. Have a good day, guys. Cheers.
Cheers.